Alright guys, just want to cover the expat services that we do here. I'm being a bit more expansive on this, but I'll just run through it quite quickly. First thing is paperwork. If you need help doing the forms online, or you want us to fill them in, or you want somebody to go along with you, we can do that. But one of the things we're starting to do is actually charge for the services quite simply. We have so many people ask us for things. You start to think, hang on, this is my entire day gone. So, for example, if you need your paperwork put together for your NIE, we'll do it for you, but it's €20. Simple as that. But all you'll have to do is give us the information. We'll tell you exactly what we want. You give it to us, we fill in the forms for you, we book your appointment online, then you just turn up with the documents. But obviously, you'll get your documents in the right order because we'll tell you exactly what you need. So that's the paperwork side. And this is for predominantly the Torrevieja area, but the process should be the same anywhere. So as long as we can do this remotely, like for example, you send us the right information, we can book your appointment anywhere in Spain, as long as we can find their office. But yeah, that's €20. If it's for residencia, there's a whole more bit of pain in there, which will actually mean some visits, because I would expect to be dealing with the people from the Policia Local and whoever is dealing with it more than once, because they seem to reject things for very basic reasons. For that, you're looking at April going along. April can translate or can get Andreas to go along. But that's €20 an hour. It's simple as that. Can't go any lower than that. It's the same sort of price you'd pay locally anyway. But I do know, for example, just doing the NIE paperwork, like I just said, was €20. I know other people charging 50 for that. But the other sort of paperwork we can do is sort out registration for kids to the school, can sort out the getting listed at the Padron office, getting listed at the Salud, the local clinic, hospitals, get your SIP cards, all that sort of stuff. But it's different prices for different things because it's all about the time. Basically, you're looking at €20 for an hour's work. So, I mean, if you're organised, you could say, Matt, can you do my Padron? What do I need for my Padron, and what do I need for my NIE? And if we could get done in an hour, and you brought all the right paperwork, it's only going to cost €20. We're not here to rip anybody off. That's the point. It's just that we're finding we're using so much of our own time. Property services. We can help you find property. I'm going to start expanding the network of real estate agents I'm working with. We've actually got people all the way down to Marbella. We've got some new developments down in Marbella. I haven't promoted them, I haven't pushed them yet. Quite simply, I need to go down there and have a chat with the guys, but they're very keen for me to get involved in that. I haven't really pushed property services in the sense that I haven't made any money off them, let's put it that way. What I've done is basically try and put people in touch with real estate agents that I can trust to a point. You know, I would never rubber stamp that this guy is 100% trustworthy, because I don't know anybody that well. But I will say over time we're going to be opening our own real estate agency. That might even happen this year. We'll see if we get there. It's finding the right offices at the right rates. It's easy to get an office in the middle of nowhere where nobody will use it, but I might as well use this then. But the point is, that's coming. But other property services, if you have things like you need painting, renovations, we can do full renovations, electrics, water, whatever. Can replace the entire gutting of a property. This one I'm in right now, once we actually negotiate the right price for this, because the bizarre thing is I know how much this property was being sold for, and when we asked the owner about the mortgage setup, she stuck 10K on it. Okay, she was obviously expecting to sell it for more than it's really worth, but even the market price was actually way above what it's actually worth. They've spent nothing on it. Everything's the original fixtures. Everything. I mean, the plumbing's got to come out and be redone. I want to change it all for plastic pipes rather than the metal, because they've shrunk, which means that you suffer from leaks, which then, if you get moisture as well, you then start getting mold and other problems. So that's got to be ripped out at some point. There's a prime example of one of the older properties where you'd be spending excess money. Windows are crap. They want ripping out and replacing. I want to cut all the walls back and put insulation, insulate all the boards, because at the moment I think it's in double block, but I don't think it really is of any real benefit. I think it'd be better cutting it back, than redoing all the boards and actually adding boards with insulation on the back of them and doing some other bits and pieces. Strip all the electrics out, retile the floors, put in underfloor heating, lots of improvements. So pretty much we could do all of that. And like I said, we'll be buying this one at some point. That actually won't come down in price, then we'll be moving somewhere else where we can buy it, because quite simply, not too keen on this location we're at the moment, but I do like the fact we've got a swimming pool, a tennis court, and it's not far from anything. I mean, April can get the bus into town if she wants to go into town. At the same time, we've got a fairly large property, but we could get a bigger property for the same sort of money. Because if I'm going to renovate this and it's supposed to be already finished, I might as well get a shell of a property and renovate it without having to demolish half of it to get it right. Anyway, moving forward. So anything you need with property-wise, get in touch, because we can do it. Mainly Torrevieja, Quesada, anything is probably within an hour. We're not really wanting to travel too much further than that, because people got to commute backwards and forwards. But Igor has his own construction team, and also Andreas has his own renovation and construction team as well. If you've seen his apartment, the one under his house, that was actually done by one of the guys that works for him. So the point is, the quality and the finish is pretty good. So I recommend that as well. Legal services and accounting, Andreas deals with, but they are proper legal services, and the accounting firm is a real accounting firm. They've been operating in Spain for a long time. They're not a new company. The fact is, they know what they're doing. They'll make sure all your paperwork and everything's legal. They can deal with the things relating to purchasing a property. They can deal with accounts for a business, formation of a business, anything you need as a business or buying a property, the guys can help you out with. I won't say the company name yet, because what I'll try and do is arrange an interview with the guys, and we'll get them on a live chat, and we'll go over, see them, do a video, and they can tell me exactly all the services they do. But they're well established. They've been in Quesada for years. Andreas works there as well. But the point being is, they know exactly what they're doing, which is one of the best things. You know, at the end of the day, the amount of people I come across, they have no clue what they're doing, but charge extortionate rates. It's phenomenal. Airport pickups, we can offer that service as well. So if you're coming here on holiday or you want to view properties, we can pick you up at the airport, drop you off at wherever you want to be dropped off, or even help you with car hire even. I just thought I can actually help with car hire as well. I know somebody with at least 10 cars. So, and they're proper car hires, by the way. It's not a case. It's not a case of just randomly saying, "Dave, is your car available on Friday?" because somebody wants to borrow it. No, it's actually a proper car hire company. But they're also a real estate agent. But I'll have a chat with the guy behind that as well. See if we can sort out a way to do it, to streamline it, so you don't have a lot of hassle. You know, I'm trying to make everything easy for everybody. That's the main point of all this. Translation services. Igor is multilingual. April is doing well in Spanish now. She's doing people's documents for their NIEs, the NIEs, padrones, residencia, done residencias for both people within the EU and outside the EU. So she's dealt with people here and in other offices around this region, not just in Torrevieja area. She's actually been in other areas. She's been up to Alicante to sort out the paperwork related to somebody's husband is deceased, but she's still a resident of Spain, even though she's not EU, which shows you the sort of complexity April's getting into these days, because she had to explain because they wanted the documents. This is the sort of thing. They want the documents from the husband because the husband is the EU citizen, but the husband's deceased. So trying to explain to them, well, he can't produce his documents because he's dead. Where's this on the form? I can't see this on the form. It's like, yeah, because he's not there. He's dead. But there's no option on the form for this. But this is why it takes time for April to translate and work a solution out with it, because if you don't speak Spanish, you could see you walking away with that not being processed. Let's be honest. And that's what happens with a lot of people who come to Spain. Even a simple thing can become quite a pain in the backside if they will not accept it over some technicality, which is often more a case of them not understanding their own rules, or they've got a set form for a set agenda, but then variations exist, but they've never had to deal with it before. It's complicated to say it in the least. Decoration, if you need property decorations, painting, we also deal with that as well. 24-hour emergency services as well, not that with the fire brigade or whatever, but if you get locked out of a property, if you're suffering from a water tank leak, air condition failure, whatever it is, we've got 24-hour services. But I will add that if you want those services, please add your information below, because I'm not giving out everybody's free phone numbers. I can give you that list, but at the same time, you've got to say, contact me. The last thing I'm going to do is stick everybody's phone numbers on YouTube, that's for sure. And then we do this thing what's called daily assistance. What we found is that a lot of people are getting a bit older here. And I mean, I've seen a 80-year-old couple asking for somebody to help them around the house. Now, I'm not talking about nursing care. I'm not talking about anything that's nursing related. I'm talking about the fact that maybe somebody needs to move a bit of furniture, or they need their shopping carried in or put away, or they need some sort of assistance around the house that, you know, they bought a new wardrobe and need somebody to put it together. We're doing those sort of services now because we've experienced that we need more to do more for people. I mean, all right, I'll throw that in there. If you're in my area, I can offer lifts to the supermarket and stuff as well, because I know not everybody drives, because one of the problems some people are facing is they're becoming housebound because their partner's died, who normally does all the driving and everything, and now can't get anywhere. If you get stuck like that, get in touch. Be able to work something out with you. House cleaning services, another one. One of the things that has expanded over time is the amount of people we know, and several of them already do house cleaning on a regular basis, and some have been doing it for the last decade or so. So we actually can offer house cleaning in many areas. So if you're interested in those sort of services, get in touch, because we may actually already have somebody in your area. Covered painting, and one of the other things is mediation. Now, mediation is basically, it's not from a legal point of view. It's basically if you've got problems with somebody, and rather than come to blows, you might be better off talking to us to talk on your behalf. I mean, for example, my neighbours with their dogs, I know I ain't going to get anything done about it, but if they're aware of the issues that can revolve around that, it could be escalated if I chose to. But at the same time, I'm not really that fussed, because when they're doing it, it's normally around this time today, which is around lunchtime. So during the day, not too fussed. It's when the owners go out and the dogs are left all day. But at the same time, when they're having 3 a.m. parties on a daily basis, it can become a problem, those sort of things. So a lot of time is trying to avoid that confrontation where you just like say, look, come on, be fair. Somebody just needs a bit of sleep. Is it that hard to turn the stereo down just a little bit? You know, a bit of mediation just to keep things quiet and everybody happy. And that's the main services we can offer. I mean, if there's other services you can think of, then please let us know. I'm going to put the website back up again. Once I got a bit of time, I've got to rebuild the thing after a problem with my web host. They deleted everything because they're a bit of a whatever. But the point being is that the website will be back up. We can deal with most things. A lot of people have been asking me for a lot of advice in questions, and I don't mind answering a lot of questions on when I've got spare time. But recently, it's becoming more busy. So what I may actually do is actually just say, look, donate for like, well, sorry, just pay like €5 or something to my PayPal, and you can ask me 10 emails or 5 emails, whatever. It depends how much is in the emails. And then that way you could just simply just ask me a load of questions and I can answer them all for you. And that way you can move forward. Because I mean, it's like, especially when you're looking at property, I know I've already saved a few people some money by giving them some price guides and stuff and ways to look for better properties. So even on that, they would have saved thousands. So I don't think asking €5 for somebody's time is asking a lot. Because at the moment, I'll tell you now, when I get up in the morning, I'm responding to about 150 emails. Because I don't just do this, I do the Philippines and I do some other businesses and other bits and pieces. So there's a lot of information coming in that are non-cash generating. But I know at the same time some people will complain if I don't respond to emails, which is the other side of this, which is like, I don't mind helping, but there is a point where I can't do any more. You know, at the end of the day, I can't do any more for free. But it doesn't mean I won't help. You know, if for example, you had a burst pipe at 2 o'clock in the morning and you contacted me and you're in my area, I could get it fixed for you. Simple as that. I'm not saying phone me, I'm saying email me, because my phone pings me anyway. But anyway, that's the services. Please feel free to comment and let me know what you think. You know, there's a lot of stuff we cover and a lot more stuff we can cover. But I am hoping we'll set up an office this year so that we can actually start pulling everything together, because I'd like to do more with mobility and things like that, disabled adaptions, all those sort of things, to help people be more accessible in their homes. Because let's face it, one of the things about the expat population here is it's getting older. Thanks for watching.